The 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 uh the uh the
Ooh, scary words.
so this video is about, well, first I need to give a little explanation. So the uh I made the listing that I was gonna do this video, and then like 24, 48 hours later, I was, there was the blow up of add-in videos. Ooh, so surprised. But the I this video is about, yes, the there turns out that add-ins work that is done there is, it's the last working mint of money. But I fell in love with Adam. From the first episode, we see it's just so perfect. I mean, when you look at the buildings and you look at the architecture and the trees and the forest, it just screams an era that we just don't have anymore. And the houses and just everything is just so amazing. I mean, and the furniture, so comfy. And I just want to say that if I could live anywhere in the galaxy, it would be at Aden. I mean, even the schools and the place where they take the assessment test, even that looks amazing. And so yeah, I originally made this video because I wanted to say that if I had to live in any movie that was less than PG-13 rated, I would pick Adam. The universe of Star Wars, but so I would pick the movie universe of Star Wars, but the time setting of Adam, I don't know, maybe a few years previous before the events of this film takes place, then at least the one pirate king is still active, and that he still is pirate king, and the mutiny had not happened yet. So, but yeah, yes, I would choose Aden to live in at least 3 years prior, because you know everybody of the main cast would be, too young to do anything to stop, basically what he, and then he would still be the captain at that point, and so basically he'd be still high and mighty. And if I were to get there a few years before the events of Aden and the skeleton crew, then I would prevent the events from skeleton crew happening, and then no, then the captain would never find it, and it would stay that way. So, but yeah, so I really feel that Aden is where I would call home. So yeah, um, and it's just perfect, and really, all you really would need is just some basic Star Wars skills, like to be able to know how to wield a lightsaber, and you could take out all the droids. And basically, it doesn't seem like even the people in charge have the Force ability. So basically, you just wipe them out too. And the if you go there a few years before the events of Skeleton Crew, basically there's nobody that could do anything about it. You send the kids to an orphanage and some other place, like make sure they get to, like, in that point in time, even the lady that takes care of baby Grogu, even she would be in good shape to take care of the kids. So maybe enlist them in her care. Then she'd have the droids and the kids helping by the time Mando showed up. You know? So yeah. So that's what I think would be very good. All those events would just work out a lot better. And who knows, maybe it will lead to something else happening. But yeah. So when you think about it, it would be an even better place to live if what I said happens, where you get there a few years before at the events of Skeleton Crew, you wipe out everybody with a lightsaber except the kids. You send the kids to the orphanage on the what I mean is you send them to the one place with what's it called? you you give custody of them to the one lady. What's her name? The one that takes care of baby Grogu. And by that point in time, by the time Grogu and the Mandalorians show up, the kids are old enough to be helping with the with the ships and stuff, and then the and then so they be around the same age as they are in the in the Skeleton Crew. So I'm saying then they'd be able to help her with the ships and the other stuff, and maybe even help with like a bit of a daycare or something when it came to Grogu. So yeah. So I really think that would be the best bet, and then Adam would just be a wonderful. You'd have the whole thing and that's what I would do. That's what I would do. I would have Adam just for myself, kind of like what you do in the Fallout 4 games, you know. But yeah, so yeah, that's that yeah. Um, um, mm, um, um, um,
So,
um,
going forward, I have no choice but to adjust the way in which I communicate with you, and will no longer be able to respond in the unkind manner to which you have all become accustomed. Freedom of creative expression has been preemptively kicked in the bollocks under the assumption that somewhere, at some point, a weak-minded snowflake might be offended by character-based comedy using words. Ooh, scary words.
that would